Okay, so we're going to have a little fun today. And we're going to start with the question, what do Taylor Swift, Mr. Beast, and your boss have in common? What do Taylor Swift, Mr. Beast, and your boss have in common? Trying to keep it fun today, so we're going to talk about some of the things that relate to all three of these things and teach some personal branding lessons along the way. Hope you guys are excited to hear about it and jump in, and let's get going. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Brands on Brands. I'm Brandon Birkmeyer, your personal branding coach. And today we're having a little fun. We are going to answer the question, what do Taylor Swift, Mr. Beast, and your boss have in common? Now, before we jump into that, if you haven't been to brandsonbrands.com, go ahead and head over there, join our weekly newsletter, and subscribe. Get our latest information and resources every week. If you haven't picked up the book Front and Center Leadership, grab that too. Links to that are on that website as well. But let's jump into it. What could these three possibly have in common? Have you been thinking about it? Are you racking your brain just wondering, what is he going to say here? Well, there's three things that we're going to be talking about, three things that these artists, creators, and your boss have in common. And it's all related to personal branding. Now, personal branding is something, doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, if you're a YouTuber, or someone in their career moving up the corporate ladder, personal branding affects everyone. And really, there's three things that a personal brand is built on that all of these things have in common. One is presence. Two is positioning. And three is their platform. So presence, positioning, and platform. Now, thinking about pop culture and Taylor Swift, and then Mr. Beast, and then your boss, we'll get into that. Each of them has a presence. Each of them, if you start to think about them specifically and your knowledge of them, to you, there are things that come to mind. They're known for something. Taylor Swift has a presence in music in her industry, especially in the country music genre, and then in pop, and also nationally as a touring artist. She has a presence. You know about her. You've heard of her. Mr. Beast, same thing. Before he blew up on YouTube, he had no presence. You wouldn't have known who he was. But now he's everywhere. He has a presence on YouTube, obviously as a top creator that gets most of the views out there. He has a presence in the entrepreneurial space with distribution in grocery stores of his candy bars and other entrepreneurial ventures. He has a massive online presence. And you know about him. If you think creator or YouTuber, you're thinking Mr. Beast first, typically. Unless you're aged out of that demographic where you don't know any YouTubers, I understand. So in music, you have Taylor Swift. In YouTubing and online content creation, you have Mr. Beast. All of them have a presence. You know who they are. And your boss has a presence in your company. Your boss or your boss's boss, whether you've interacted with them or not, they have a position of power, of authority. People know of them in their company because of their role. Their role in that company has determined their presence. The CFO, the CMO, the CEO, the VP of whatever, all of them, because of their role in the company, because of the organizational structure, has been given a presence in the organization. And that presence is a top-down. So as you are thinking about your personal brand, your role in the organization, your role as an entrepreneur or content creator, it's nice to think about, where do you have presence? And what is determining that? What determines your availability to be known and be seen? All right, so let's jump into the second thing that Taylor Swift, Mr. Beast, and your boss have in common? The second is positioning. If you have to compare Taylor Swift to other artists, you know of her because she's positioned herself in a way that stands out. There's 1,000 million country artists, pop artists out there, but Taylor Swift's music has risen to the top, and she's positioned herself as someone unique in her space that has a voice, that has a message, that has something to say. Same thing with Mr. Beast. When you're looking at the YouTube videos, you are seeing this is someone who's positioned himself as unique, as different. He had these challenges that were just bananas. Like show how, do these challenges and you win $30,000, you win $1 million, whatever it might be. They got noticed because they were different than what was already out there. And they leveraged the algorithms that capture the attention of people. So as a creator in his space, Mr. Beast is positioned as number one, as the best of the best. Your boss in their company has a position as well. They are different or unique because of the role they are assigned. Same thing. They had to compete against either other people that were being promoted or against other people being hired to get that position. So they stood out to the audience that mattered to them, which were their bosses, the hiring managers, the talent development people, or even to their coworkers. They did the work to stand out so that someone recognized and said, this person deserves this higher position. And it's important because you're in competition in an organization. They are built like a pyramid. And if you want to move up the pyramid into fewer and fewer positions, you are competing. So you can't just be as good as all the other coworkers at the same position as you. You have to be better. You have to stand out. You have to be positioned as the person who is ready for that next level. All right. Third personal branding lesson. When we're talking about Mr. Beast, Taylor Swift, and your boss, something they have in common, the last thing is a platform. They have a place to share their ideas, to be seen. So obviously in the music space for Taylor Swift, her platform is the radio, it is streaming music, it is her physical stage and touring. Her platform became this body of work that she's developed over time. And some would argue even on the Grammy stage, that platform being recognized by her peers and then getting all this media attention was another place that she gained more attention for her personal brand. For Mr. Beast as a creator, his platform was YouTube to begin with, all YouTube all the time. That is where he invested all of his effort to build his following. And then as that following grew, he expanded to other platforms, to being on TV, to being known in the entrepreneurial space, to being known in business. But his platform was YouTube. If you had to ask, where would you find this person? Where can I go find Mr. Beast stuff? You'd say, go to YouTube. If you said, where am I going to find Taylor Swift? You'd say, go buy her album. So for you, if you're thinking about your boss and the other thing that would be in common for their platform is their role in that industry. Same thing. It's all connected to this position. So they are leveraging projects in that role to make a name for themselves. Now, they could do more by taking ownership of certain projects, certain campaigns, taking a leadership role to build that proof of platform. They're adding line items to their resume with every project that they work on. So your platform in your corporate environment starts with the projects you work on, the things you get noticed for. But as you start to get to higher levels, VP, president, C-level, your platforms expand to be known in your industry, not just your job. So your platform then becomes the industry association, the industry groups. Do you have leadership roles in those associations where you get to know more people in the industry? Are you writing articles for the industry publications? Are you speaking at the industry conferences? The platforms start to expand. It's no coincidence that C-level people are speaking at big conferences. They are invited there because of their role in the company. So to be able to build your platform in your organization, you have to expand beyond just your job, just doing the everyday stuff. Seek out those opportunities to have your own platform so that you then can be promoted along the way as well. As an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a consultant, you get to build your own platforms, leveraging your voice and all the tools we have out there that share ourselves with other people. For a lot of people, their platform is the stage as a speaker, or it could be a podcast, a YouTube channel, something in social media, or it could be there in person. They are their platform. They're networking, they're building relationships with other people. That's their platform. They throw events, they attend events, whatever it might be. But for a personal brand, those three things are essential. Whether you're someone in corporate or a celebrity or a content creator, if you have presence, a unique position, and a platform to share your ideas and to meet people, you're on your way. So that's what I got for you guys today. Presence, positioning, and platform, how Taylor Swift, Mr. Beast, and your boss have things in common. I hope you found that entertaining. And as always, I will catch you next time. Brands on Brands.